All right, guys, we are back again with, that was this podcast number 4? We're up there. Still no name. We haven't even posted the first one or looked at the comments, so comment down below a name for the podcast. But we have a very special guest today here. We have the Kevin Mullins of TKM Performance. Kevin, say hello.
Hello.
All right, we'll start it off with this. Kevin, I introduced your name. Tell everybody, I guess, a little bit who you are, where you're from, what you do, and your racing background. I guess it's extensive, so give us a slight racing background.
Right. So started off racing, basically slick tire stuff back in the day, 28-inch stuff. And then that's about the time radial racing was becoming more and more popular and attractive. So we started running some of that. And, we would take off and go to Maryland and race. Maryland had a real big Friday night thing. And I really enjoyed that because it's a one-day deal. We could leave at lunchtime Friday, drive up there, race, get done 11 o'clock at night and drive home. But done that quite a bit. That was really fun years ago.
Well, I was still in grade school. Huh?
You was, shitting yellow.
So, started off radial racing. I think when I met you, I started watching you race in like 2014-ish. So that's when you were the world's fastest man on drag radials. Right. Like you were the man. Mr. 411.
Once upon a time, yeah.
I think you still are the man, but I've gone faster than 411. You have as well, but I just got to put it out there that he's Mr. 411 and I've gone faster. But so radial racing stuff, started doing some machine work stuff. That kind of led to TKM Performance. Give us a little bit of background on TKM Performance.
So we started racing really hard, with the old SN95 car. We called it the Truth. Mm-hmm. Radial vs. Road campaigned it for a couple of years, and we done well with it. We done real well with it at the time, and it's kind of at a point where we're going to start a business or we're going to keep racing, and we decided to we'll start this business, and that's what we done. So we kind of had to. Like I said, we made a decision. We're going to race or we're going to get this deal going. So we decided to park the car. And it's sat in the trailer for 2 or 3 months. And it's like, probably should sell this thing. It's going to get outdated if we don't watch. And if we ever decide to get racing again, we'll just buy another car. So we put it up for sale. It's pretty funny, actually, because I think about 3 days after I put it up for sale, I get a call from, couldn't hardly understand him, a guy from Australia. I'm like, I couldn't understand this dude. He's talking to me like he wanted to buy the roller only, and I'm like, all right, we can do that. He's going to send a deposit. And then all was good, and I'm like, man, I'll never hear from this dude again. Well, surely enough, he called right back like the next day or whatever, or maybe 2 days after, and he's asking for bank details. But he said, look, I'm going to send you money. I want you to hold the car. I'm going to buy the whole thing, though, not just the roller. And I'm like, this is great because I don't want to take it apart.
Yeah.
So pretty much, he sent the money or sent a deposit, and Jared Wood, everybody knows him.
Yep.
We've become great friends now from it. So it's really good that he actually bought that car.
So that was kind of like your transition. You parked the car and you said, hey, we're going to head up this engine building machine shop, kind of like home of horsepower in Denton, North Carolina.
Pretty much. So we started TKM, started out, didn't have no jobs at once, then 1, then 2, and next thing you know, we're getting more and more customers and doing good work and getting repeat customers, and it's just evolved. We started off with pretty much a Cornwell box of tools, and now we've got a 20,000 square foot shop.
Multi-million-dollar facility. Say it like that. Multi-million-dollar facility full of the most badass state-of-the-art technology, equipment, and people. That's more accurate, right?
We have an awesome facility, an awesome group of guys right now. I mean, we got all my guys are great. It's really been a blessing, to be honest with you.
Yeah, no, it's badass. You walk in the facility, it takes your breath away, and then you walk in the back. I'm fortunate enough where I get to just walk around the shop freely, and I get to know some of these guys, and they're all awesome dudes, and the work they do, the quality work they do is badass. And I'm thankful I met with you guys. I saw Kevin at the track when I first started racing. I had the car called the Boosted Rooster, and it would go about 560s and pull some gnarly wheelies. And I remember I thought I was pretty cool, and I thought Kevin Mullins was pretty cool because he was like my idol. And I remember seeing him at the track. He was there. You were testing with Jared. Jared was driving that car at Galot right after he bought it from you. And I'm out there pulling wheelies. Kevin's walking back. I'm like, hey, Kevin, my name's John. I called you to get a quote on a motor. Kevin's like, yeah, I don't give a shit, and walked past me. That's pretty much, no, that's not what happened. Kevin's like, oh, nice to meet you. And then I kept calling you because you were doing everything. You were in the back. You were doing the quotes. You were picking up orders. You were doing everything. Yeah. And I remember you did like our first real badass LS motor, and we came up there like 7 a.m. Me and Chris.
Yep.
That's when like we reintroduced ourselves. We're gonna spend some money with you. We're gonna build a motor. That was the start of our relationship there. That was what, probably like 6 years ago or so, right?
Had to be.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember I came in there real early one morning and knocked a crankshaft over, and I was like, I can't afford that. But no, it's crazy to see just the growth of TKM Performance in just a few short years. I mean, it's changed from just a few guys to now you have a large group of people. What kind of motors do you guys do there? Like everything?
I will say pretty much about anything, but we specialize in your Coyote, LS, small block Ford, big block Chevrolet. We do some Hemi stuff, but rare. Gen 3 Hemis we actually do a lot of. With DEVIN Performance, we've teamed up with DEVIN Performance on a Gen 3 platform. But we keep a rotation of probably 8 to 12 Gen 3 Hemis, through the shop all the time. So with DEVIN Performance.
All ranges of horsepower.
All ranges of horsepower.
So you do everything from, like your simple machine work for like a motor you're going to put in a pickup truck, if someone really wants to do that for like an LS, right, with like a cam, all the way to your 4,000 or 5,000 horsepower, all billet Hemis.
Yeah, absolutely. And a lot of times people bring stuff just for us to do machine work only. They're your do-it-yourselfers are doing it in the garage, and there's nothing wrong with that. And they'll just bring stuff to us, hey, machine this block, X, Y, Z, and that's what we do. Yeah,
we have a great relationship and process. You guys do all of our machine work. We have Scott, who's floating around here somewhere. Scott's like our in-house engine builder. So that we're able to turn stuff around. I think I might get some preferential treatment up there, which, sorry, you guys, you'll get there someday. But we'll get machine work done, bring it back. And I think right now we have 6 TKM LS motors. You guys did all the machine work that are in some sort of stage of assembly at this point. So, we love all the motors that you guys do, and we've had great success with it. So let's talk about the Black Sheep a little bit, because that was our first time that like me and you really got involved racing together. Didn't really know we were gonna do the hydraulic roller stuff. We kind of fell into that, and it was a crazy journey. So we went up there, got a 427-inch engine built. Really nothing too crazy. I supplied, I think, a decent amount of parts, like the crankshaft, the block, all this other stuff. You guys assembled it, put it together. We put it in the car. You tuned it. We went on the dyno, and like out of nowhere, like boom, like easy 2,000 horsepower.
Yeah, I was like, holy shit. And honestly, I'm like, is this dyno right? I mean, because I was blown away at the power it made at the time.
Yeah, 98 millimeter turbo, nothing crazy. And that was like, what? That was probably 5 years ago. So people weren't making the kind of power they are now.
That was a Jose turbo?
Yeah. It was a forced induction to 98, like nothing crazy before they started doing all the gangster stuff.
At the time, I was using precision for everything. And I seen this thing, and I'm like, wow, this thing is kick ass.
Yeah, and it was on HOLLEY, too.
What?
Kevin's a big fuel tech guy, if you couldn't tell.
I like HOLLEY. Don't say
You can do it all, though. From a tuning aspect, I mean, big stuff, HOLLEY. I mean, really any aftermarket ECU.
Honestly, I tune more HOLLEY cars than anything, just because there's more HOLLEY cars out there than fuel tech.
Yeah.
Just that's why.
Yeah. So we ended up going testing, right? And we went down to Orlando. You were testing Jared's car. I remember they were over there with a lockup clutch, scraping it off, trying to get it right because there was some sort of issue, manufactured, normal race car shit. And we were testing. We went out there like out the box, just like 430. I was blown away with it. I know you were, because this motor was not supposed to go that fast.
No, at the time was like, this is crazy.
Yeah. And then we ended up going all the way as fast as 412 in LDR trim, so at weight. And that's when, like, I guess, like the saga of the Black Sheep TKM engine was built. Yeah. So now you guys offer engine packages on that.
Yep. Even the camshaft was sort of a stumbled onto it type thing. And that cam, we sell that cam more than any other cam by far we produce.
Yeah, I said to you, I was like, I want a cam that doesn't sound like a tractor. And that's what we got.
It does not sound like a tractor.
Does not, no, that thing beats the ground. And it makes great power.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know of anybody that's put a Black Sheep cam in any motor and not picked up power. Yeah. Ever.
Yeah. I know John Boy's got the info that a customer had 2 identical motors, one with, well, I guess he swapped the cam, right?
Well, I think, if I remember right, I don't know where John is, but pretty much dude had two identical motors with the exception of camshaft and springs, of course. And the Black Sheep deal was going to be his backup motor. Well, just so happens he ultimately ended up tearing up the first motor, swapped out to the Black Sheep backup motor, which was exactly the same with the exception of this is a hydraulic roller cam Black Sheep deal. And man, I think he picked up, 6-8 mile an hour or something?
That's crazy.
Exactly the same tune-up. We're talking the same weekend. Like, it wasn't even a month later, weather changed. same track, same weekend, same everything.
So there's something to be said about that cam.
That cam is badass.
That cam is badass. And then the baby brother, the lamb cam, which I love. My Hank, my like newest race car ride along. I did a 408. You guys did a 408, and we put the lamb cam in there. We're gonna see how far that thing goes, because no one, like, I made 1,600 horsepower with it, which that's no slouch. And this is like our junkyard cam. This is like our stock lifter, stock rockers cam. Makes 1,600 like it's a breeze or a breeze. So we don't know where it's gonna end.
That cam is just like you said, the baby brother of the lamb, the black sheep, and that's exactly. People had smaller motors, making it harder. The black sheep's a little harder to spool, so the lamb cam follows suit perfect. Works great.
Sounds great as well.
Oh, it is.
So that we sell a lot of black sheep motors, and we've had a great relationship there. I like promoting it. I think it's an honor to be like, hey, Kevin, can I put TKM on the door? And you're like, hell yeah, we slap it on there. We do good. It looks good in the winter circle.
Oh, yeah.
Like, everyone wins. Yep. And we sold a bunch of motors, and I kind of like low key mad at you that you're a big Coyote guy now, but that's whatever. We'll get through that.
Coyote nasty.
Yeah. That's your thing. I'm the LS guy, right? I can't believe I thought you were an LS guy. You tricked me. I thought you were an LS guy for a while, but now you're a Coyote guy.
I like anything fast.
So let's talk about the Coyote stuff. So
back up. My favorite motor, remember, when we were racing Road vs. World, was a Hemi.
Favorite motor is a Hemi. So I got one.
But you do have one. But Coyote.
It's like the modern Hemi.
Maybe.
Is that what you're saying?
You could say that.
So talk to us about
the easy change.
Yeah, that's one thing you love. I know that. How'd the Coyote journey with you guys start? Because really, you guys were doing a bunch of the custom race motors. That's one thing, but then you started doing a bunch of LS motors, and then kind of the Coyotes just came out of nowhere.
Pretty much. I don't know exactly the official start of it, but pretty much, I think a guy wanted us to put some sleeves in, and we had the machining capabilities of doing it, and was able to do it pretty efficiently. And next thing you know, here we go. We started building Coyotes, and which was great. And then I didn't personally realize how awesome the Coyote platform was until we started racing it personally in the Galaxy. And I'm like, man, damn, this thing makes some power. Yeah,
badass. Like the video of that car at Georgia, where it's like hanging the front tires for like 400 foot with a little Coyote. That's gangster.
It's pretty badass. I like it.
So what's the setup on that car? So that's one of the cars that you drive. What's the setup on that?
So that does have a billet block. What is special about it? I mean, it's
Coyote.
It's top to bottom, TKM, spec'd out, and all the machine work done there in house. It's got precision turbos on it right now. Martin Mickey transmission. It's got Fuel Tech on it. It did have HOLLEY on it for last year. We switched over to Fuel Tech.
Crazy.
So it's strong. I mean, it's good. Like we went $399 with it. We've only made this year, since the new combination's been out, we've literally only made, I think, 3 full passes with it.
Yeah.
And then I think on the third one, went $399. So it's definitely fast, but we need to make it faster, of course. Yeah. And that's going to happen.
Everything's getting faster.
It's going to be faster.
So who do you like, me and an LS or you and a Coyote? We line up. I think I got your number, brother.
You think so?
I think this new LS, if I'm LS with twins versus Coyote with twins, I think I got you covered.
We're going to find out.
We are going to find. This is going to be the year.
This is going to be it.
We're going to find out. So let's talk about racing plans.
Bradenton,
let's do it. We'll do it. Yeah.
Bradenton.
Grudge race.
Who's
going to tune my shit?
Me.
That's a conflict of interest.
No. Don't matter who I tune. Promise I'm putting whatever I can in it.
So, racing plans for 2025. What are you trying to do? Because I think not a lot of people know. Like when TKM was really blowing up, you weren't doing a lot of racing. You couldn't.
Right.
You were at the shop.
Right.
Hours putting in work.
And it still hadn't changed, but right now I got a group of guys where I can actually get away a little bit. So to answer the question, we're going to try to do a lot of racing this year. Jared, we're campaigning Jared's Corvette quite a bit. He's planning on coming over from Australia for several races this year. And what races he can't come and drive, I will drive that car. Otherwise, we're going to be campaigning the Coyote-powered Galaxy. And we'll have both cars in Bradenton for U.S. Street Nationals, and plan on racing both of them quite a bit. As far as the Galaxy, man, every chance I can get it out, that's what we're going to do.
Yeah.
Basically, learning the car and learning the platform even more, and everything we learn on that Galaxy, we're just putting that technology into customer stuff.
Yeah. So you're doing your own R&D.
Exactly.
Making it better.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's awesome. So speaking of learning the car, let's talk about bar angle.
Did you look at the bar?
I looked at the bar. Let's go back to the story. So we were struggling with the Black Sheep. There was like a 3-month span where we were just spinning the tires with the Black Sheep. Yeah. Finally, we got some stuff figured out, and you were down at Darlington helping another customer. And what happened? You came up in the lanes, and I'm like, Kevin, dude, look at that bar angle. And you looked at it.
Yeah. I'm like, what is that?
You had no faith in it.
No, I didn't at the time.
And that's the bar angle that's lived in that thing forever. It shouldn't work. On paper, it should not work. But the car works.
But now every time I ask or see you, it's like, you look at your bar?
Yeah, so I be looking at the bar angle all the time. That's like our joke now. No, I mean, it's been a crazy journey from the start. I remember I went up there and asked for a sponsorship, and you were like, I vividly remember this. It was so early one morning. You're like, I was the fastest man on radials ever. No one gave me shit.
That is the truth.
That is.
That is the truth. We had the fastest car in the world. Ain't nobody gave me shit. Not a damn thing. You hear me? I mean, nothing.
And I was up there like, hey, brother.
Man, I got a YouTube channel. What can I get for free?
I don't know if it was like that. I was like, listen, let's do a little. But, I was petty.
I'm like, what's YouTube?
You gave me like free shipping on a part, right? You gave me something. But I was so petty. I was like, I'm going to blow this up so Kevin has to work a deal with me.
Oh, yeah.
But no, we've had a great relationship. I think
it's been great.
I think all the work that you guys do is absolutely awesome, and you are like our exclusive machine shop. I mean, everything front to back, head to toe. We've done a bunch of customer motors, personal motors, small block Ford, Hemi 481X, LS. I mean, you've done it all for us. Not to mention the parts, and that's one thing that you guys have a lot of parts there.
Yeah, see, that's the thing about a new facility. Now we actually have room to have a parts warehouse, so. That's the thing. We're trying to keep more and more parts in stock, having an inventory of whatever. Coyote stuff, I mean, man, we have pretty much anything at all times to repair or produce a Coyote engine.
Awesome.
I mean, top to bottom.
Awesome. Well, there you guys have it. You guys need machine work, need any parts, anything at all, TKM Performance, dyno tuning, EFI parts, machine work, just need to get a whole motor built. Or you don't know, you just say, hey, I want to go racing, I need a motor. Those are the guys to call. Talk to Kevin, talk to John Boy. They'll get you hooked up. And hey, it was a pleasure having you on the podcast. This is my dream come true here. One of my 3 drag racing heroes.
This is my first ever podcast, by the way.
I think you did pretty good.
We'll have to do it again.
I film a lot up at, so like backstory, just before we end it, I go up there, I do some media stuff, not as much as I should for Kevin, but we go up there and do some, and it's normally me filming and Kevin talking, and it's probably the funniest thing ever because we'll do like 3 or 4 takes, and it's a good time. Oh, I stress you out though, don't I?
It's always a good time.
It is a good time. But no, it's funny. Kevin's a great dude, and from going from my idol or my hero in drag racing to being my buddy to being able to race together and tuning on the car and building motors, it's been nothing but a great experience. So thank you and all your team up at TKM for everything. You built a great empire of performance and horsepower.
We're just getting started.
All right, lots to come in 2025. So there you have it. This is podcast number 4, right? Podcast number 4.
We can lock in the race at the end of the year.
Well, I got to get the car built first.
I was about to say, because we got way too much on our plate.
Yeah, I got to get the car. Listen, I'm going to get this car dialed in, and then I'm going to that ass.
I'm good with it.
And then if I win, free machine work for life. All right, before Kevin can say anything else, going to wrap it up. We'll see you guys in the next podcast.